Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing some leg workout. Now all of these exercises you can do with dumbbells to make them harder, but you don't have to, you can do them unweighted if you either don't have dumbbells or just want it to be a little bit easier for them. Okay, now first of all we're just going to do a very short warm up, okay? So just get into your squats, nice and deep. Try and get your hips down as low as your knees, but your weight should be over your heels, not over your toes. Good. 5 more. That's it. Stick that bum out flat back. Make sure your back is flat as you go down. That's it. Give me 1 more. Nice. Okay, we're now going to do lunges just as our warm up. So forwards and backwards. So start in the middle of your space. We'll start with the wobbly ones, the backwards ones. So you want to step back into your lunge, come back to neutral, then step forwards into your lunge. Now each of these, you should get to roughly right angles at your knees and your ankles. Okay, put the weight through the heel of the front foot. So when you step forwards, it's the heel of that one. When you step backwards, it's the heel of that one. Always give yourself good enough range. If you're too tight, you're just going to put pressure through your knees. Okay, that's it. 1 more, back and forwards. And we'll swap legs. Okay, so same again, backwards and forwards. Now these might be really wobbly for you, especially if you're not used to them. So you can always hold on to something as you're doing it, help you stabilise. That knee that's in front, make sure that you keep it stable. Don't wobble inwards or outwards as you go. Then the same with the other knee. Keep it nice and stable. Good. Nice. Good. 1 more backwards and forwards. Good, that should be waking the legs up quite quickly here. Right, next one, feet nice and wide. We're going to go over one side, come up, over the other side. Now as you go across, you might feel a stretch down the straight leg. I really want you to push your hips backwards though as you go. So you should be really pushing those hips back, getting into that sort of similar squat position. It's like a lateral squat. Flat back, bum sticking out, weight over your heels. At the bottom of each side, you should be able to wriggle your toes. It shows your weight's on your heels, not your toes. Good. 1 more each side. That's it, last one. Good, shake the legs off. Right, okay, so today we've got 4 exercises. Okay, it's just 4 exercise circuit. Exercise 1, single leg RDL. Now, do this completely unweighted. If you're really wobbly, you can do this holding on to something or with your hand against the wall. Just stand side onto the wall. Or if you're more advanced, you can do this holding weights. So you're going to plant your standing leg. The other leg lifts up at the back. Now common errors with this is to drop the chest and almost forget about lifting the back leg. So always think about leading with the heel. The other error is the toe. Now as you do it, your hips should remain level. You shouldn't be turning outwards as you go. So try and stay nice and controlled. As I say, if you're wobbling everywhere, hold on to something, put a chair beside you, something to help you stabilise. If you are more advanced and have some weights, you can hold these as you do it. Okay? We'll do this one first. I'll introduce the next exercise during the rest. Okay? So single leg RDL to begin with. We're going to do between 10 and 15 reps. If you're new to this sort of stuff, stop at 10. If you're more advanced, you can go up to the 15. Once you've finished one leg, we'll do the other leg. Right, are you ready? With or without dumbbells, up to you. Plant that first foot, lifting the heel of the second foot. Let's go. Good. So keep your head in neutral, so everything should remain flat from your shoulders right down to your heel. Think about leading with that heel. Toes should be pointing towards the ground. Good. You should feel a little stretch in your hamstrings, so the back of the leg at the top of the standing leg. That's where most of the work is coming from in this exercise. Good. 2 more. Well, I'm doing 2 more. You do as many as you feel is right for you. Once you finish that one leg, we're going to switch to the other leg. Okay? Don't worry if you're ahead or behind me. Go at your own pace. When you're ready, you go for it. Keep your tummy nice and strong to make sure you're not hyperextending your back. You don't want your back to be really arched. Tuck that tummy in. Good. Lift that heel, control your range. Make sure your hips aren't opening. Remember I said about twisting the hips? Make sure that's not happening. Good, keep it controlled. There you go. do one more. Okay, don't worry if you're still finishing up, you go to where you are. While you're finishing up, or if you're already finished, you can watch me do the next one. So single leg hip thrust. So 1 foot flat on the ground. You're going to be pushing the hips in the air. Now you can have your leg out straight, have it bent, or even if you struggle with your back, it might help to hold on to that free knee. Doesn't matter too much so long as you're pushing through the foot that's on the ground. If you're quite advanced and want to make this harder, you can do it on your heel, or you can make it harder still by adding a dumbbell to it. Make it a bit heavier. Okay? So whichever variation feels right for you. Again, we're going to do between 10 and 15 on each side. You ready? Come on down, let's join me. All right, so 1 foot flat on the ground. When you're ready, let's go. So pushing those hips up in the air, squeeze the glutes, slowly down. Squeeze to get you up, slowly down. Nice. You don't have to have the weight. You can bend your knee, straighten your leg. You can hold on to the bottom of that knee if that's best for you. Going to between 10 to 15 repetitions, whatever's right for you. Nice, well done. Okay, when you're ready, switch legs. Make sure you're not rushing these exercises, okay? I'd rather you do them slow and controlled than fast and probably not get the work out of them. In some ways, it's easy to do them fast. Do it slow, you get much more benefit. Good job. That's it, really squeeze up, slow down. That's it, and don't completely shut off at the bottom, okay? Your bum should just be touching the ground and then back up again. All right, once you've finished your repetitions, you can move around, we're standing back up again. All right, if you're finishing up or if you're finished already, watch me for the next one. Lateral squat, so just like in warm-up. I'm gonna go over one side, come up, then over the other side, come up. If you wanna make this harder, you can hold dumbbells either between your legs or up at your chest. Okay, whatever's right for you. Right, you ready? Same again, between 10 to 15, but that's each side. So it's between 20 and 30 in total. Are you ready? Let's go. That's it, right over, come up, all the way over, come up. Good. That's it. Don't rush it. Holding those dumbbells wherever feels right for you. Really get that bum stuck out. Good. Nearly there, come on. Remember I said either 10 to 15 each side. So once you're done, you stop and have a rest. Have a little drink break, then we'll be getting ready for the next exercise. Good. Nice. Okay, all of these exercises do not need to be rushed, okay, so take your rest between and that's absolutely fine. Right, last exercise, reverse lunge. So, as always, a couple of options. So, first one is just a reverse lunge. Just step back and then back to the centre, switching. No, we'll do all one leg, then all the other. So, stepping it back, going up centre. Okay, again, if you're wobbly, you can put your hand on the wall or a chair or something beside you. If you want to advance it a bit, step back, then knee drive up. If you want to advance it further still, hold on to some dumbbells while you do it. Right, same again, between 10 to 15 reps each side. Do what's right for you, okay? If you're wobbly, if you struggle with the control, stick to 10. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, you do all on one side, then all on the other. You don't have to do the knee drive. If it's right for you just to stand up, if you're pretty wobbly, you just do that. Good. That's it, come on. Well, remember, when I say 10 to 15, you can always do 12, say. It doesn't have to be an exact either 10 or 15. Once you've finished one side, go on to the other side. Okay? Again, remember, technique over everything. Don't rush it. If you're struggling and you're holding weight, put the weights down. If you're struggling but trying to do the knee drive, Just go back to the stand up. Good. Nice. If you need to hold on to something, you do that. Don't worry about doing a lesser version. It's not that at all. It's what's right for you where you're at. Good. Nice. Once you're finished, take a moment, have a sip of your drinks. That's a full round. Whew. Good job. Shake those legs out. Obviously, we're going to go into our second round. Okay, remember you can try different variations, different sets, or even during the set. If you're finding something hard, switch it. If you're finding it easy, switch it. Right. Moment to get our breath back, then we're going back into the single leg RDL. Remember, as you do this, you should feel the stretch through the top of the hamstring of the leg you're standing on. If you're not, try rotating your hips, really sticking your bum out at the top. Okay, are we ready? Single leg RDL. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, just do the number that's right for you. Even if that's 6, it's a very wobbly exercise. If 6 is enough, stop at 6. Give yourself a little rest before the next one, that's fine. Good. Nice, come on. Well done. That's it, right the way up to your number then, switch legs. Once you feel you've done enough, your legs are getting shaky, your technique's dropping, swap sides. Good. If you're finding it too easy, your brain needs to go a little bit slower and really focus on lifting that back heel and rounding that bum. Push the bum out at the top. Keep your shoulders pinned back. Don't want any hunched backs. Shoulder blades should be pinned back at all times, pushing the chest out. Once you finish your number, we're on to the next exercise. Have a moment's rest first. Good, I'm done. So our next one is our single leg hip thrust. So once you're ready, just down to the ground, have a short rest before we go into it. These exercises, you're allowed a little bit of rest. We want strength, we don't just want fitness. Okay. Right, when you're ready, weight on your hips if you're using it, not if you don't. Leg either bent or straight, up to you. All right, let's go. Same again, 10 to 15 reps. Strong up, slow down. I actually really like if you do a little squeeze at the top, pause at the top. Show that you're not just using momentum to throw it up. Good. Squeeze those muscles, feel that top range. Once you've done your 10 to 15 repetitions, we're moving on to the other leg. That's it, whenever's right for you. And we go again. Make sure your heel is on the ground of that foot. Last thing I want is you just to be on your toes. Nice flat foot. Weight through your heels more than your toes. Good, that's it. Come on, keep the control. Feel that squeeze at the top. Good. Well done. That's it. Once you've finished your reps, you can get yourself standing back up, ready for the next block of exercises. Have a sip of your drink if you want it. So 2 down, exercise number 3 is our lateral squat, okay? So side to sides. Now anyone that wants to add an extra variation, extra dynamic to this, if you have a chair, sofa, something like that, you can always elevate the straight leg. And we'll just do all on one leg, then all on the other, okay? Or you can stick to the normal variation, just doing your side to sides. Right, are we ready? Same again, 10 to 15 each side. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. Really push it out, let's stand up tall. Nice. That's it, don't rush it. Feet flat on the ground. None of your foot should be raising off the ground at any point. Come on, that's it. Get some good depth. If you're doing it foot elevated, remember you do all on one side, then you switch to all on the other. Otherwise, stick with me doing side to sides. Once you've finished, get yourself loosened off, have a sip of your drink if you want it, before we start our reverse lunges. Okay, have a little sip of mine. So next up is our reverse lunge, with or without a knee drive, with or without weights. Okay, give yourself a little moment, and we're going to get into it. If you need something to help you balance, remember, have a chair, the wall, something beside you. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, all on one leg and all on the other. Good, you can just do stand up, or you can drive the knee. That's it. Whatever variation's right for you, or mix it up and do a few of each. Once you're ready, switch to the other side. Good, come on. Nice. Come on, keep this going. Make sure you're sitting nice and deep into it and you're not letting your knees wobble in or out. Chest stays tall, shoulders back. Nice, once you're finished, shake yourself off, keep yourself moving, you've got one more set to come. Good. Really nice. Take a nice few deep breaths. As I say, all of this is not about fitness, it's not about going bash, bash, bash through the exercises. Little rests between them so that we can work really technically, get that strength working in each exercise. So we have one more round. Right, okay, final step, single leg RDL. Are we ready? With or without weights, totally up to you. All right, remember, no opening of that hip. Keep it so the heel leads, but your hips stay flat. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift that heel, good. Remember, if you can see yourself in a mirror or anywhere, make sure that you're in a straight line from your shoulder to your lifting heel. Good. If you're not, if you're wobbling everywhere, lean on something. Put your fingers, one of your hands against a wall or on a chair. Good. Rather you balance yourself rather than wobble everywhere and possibly hurt yourself or just not gain the benefit from the exercise. Nice. Once you've done that leg, you move on to the other leg. In your own time, don't worry how that relates to me. Don't know if you can tell, but I can't count while talking. So I have no idea how many I'm doing. I'm doing roughly the right number. Hopefully you're keeping count better than me. Good. I'm just feeling it. Sometimes that's the best way as well. Do it until your legs start to fatigue. Good. How's that? Come on, keep that balance. Well done. If you're struggling to balance, another way is to look at something still. Don't watch me as I'm moving. Look at something in front of you. You know what you're doing now. Once you've finished, have a short rest before single leg hip thrusts. Nice. All right, once you're done, find your way to the ground. Give yourself a moment, shake the legs out. Good. Next up's going to be single leg hip thrusts. Again, with or without weights. If you're getting really tired now, you can always do a double leg hip thrust. Okay, well, all those that are able, we're on single leg now, whichever variation you're choosing. Keep that front foot, the foot that's on the ground, nice and flat. If you want the advanced version, you lift your toes slightly off the ground. Let's go. Again, 10 to 15 reps, whatever's right for you. Don't be surprised if you started on 15 and now you're down to 10 or even 8. Just do what you can do. Hopefully then repeat this session in a few weeks and see if you can do more. Good. Once you've finished one side, we'll move on to the other. Good. Foot flat, only on the heel if you feel advanced enough for it. Good. Well done. Come on, really squeeze those glutes at the top. Once you've finished, get yourself up, ready for the next exercise. So I keep saying, don't worry if your timing is different to mine. Go at your own pace completely. Next up, we're going to be on a lateral squat, a side-to-side squat, or single foot elevated lateral squat. Okay? If you're doing it elevated, make sure that you're putting all that weight over this one leg that's on the floor, but keeping it so your hips are pushing backwards. All right. Okay, we ready? Single leg elevated lateral squat, or not elevated. Just side to side if you want to join me. All right, let's go. Good. That's it. Remember, it's 10 to 15 each side. Nice. Come on, we got this. Well done. Come on. We're nearly there for this session. That's it. Keep that depth. Keep it so your shoulders are pinned back. Don't round them. Don't collapse forwards. Once you've finished, just shake your legs off, grab a sip of your drink before the next exercise. Good. Come on. If you're still going, just finish off your set. That's it. Good work. Finish your set, however many that is. If you're finished, just shake those legs off, take the rest before the next exercise. So, one exercise to go. Just our reverse lunges to finish. Nice. Okay, we're ready for this. Again, if you're getting wobbly, use a wall, use something to help you stabilise. Okay, let's go. That's it, come on. Really sit deep through that front leg. Nice. Good job, come on. Once you finish one side, you move on to the other side at your own pace. Do not rush. Equally, don't worry if you're well ahead of me. We won't be too far ahead. Don't go too fast. Good, come on, we're nearly there. Keep that chest out, shoulders pinned back, tummy nice and strong. Sit through the glute, the bum of that front leg. Push up through that foot, drive you up in the air. Come on, finish your set. Once you're done, have a rest. Oh, I am done. Well done. If you're still finishing your set, you finish it. Don't rush to join me. Everyone that is finished, very well done. Really good work. Hopefully that will have worked a lot of the posterior chain, a lot of hamstring into the glutes, little bit of quads through the reverse lunges, but it'll be mostly posterior chain, that group of exercises. Oh, well done, guys. Right, shake those legs off. Okay, those who are joining me for a stretch off, come on down to the ground. Right, we've worked into those hamstrings and glutes, so let's just start with single leg, kind of hamstring lower back stretch. So toes up, hands sliding down that leg. Just go to where feels right for you. Keep it so that chest is pushing towards your foot. Feel that heart still beating fast. So when you're warm is always the best time to stretch. Your muscles are really nice and loose and warm. Least chance of you hurting them, most chance of you being able to mobilise them and open them up a bit. Right, stay in that position, take a deep breath in. Breathe out and relax down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, swap legs. Okay, 2 hands down. That's it. Keep in that good position. Try and keep your toe flexed up to the sky. Don't worry if you can only reach your knee, your calf, your shin, right down to your foot. Totally up to you wherever you're at. Don't push it too hard. If the muscles are shaking, then you're probably pushing too hard. Stay in that position, take a deep breath in. Breathe out so you can go a bit further. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right, while we're here, we'll swap legs over, but then lift the foot over the top of the other one and pull that knee towards the opposite shoulder. Hopefully you should get a bit of a stretch round into that glute. So really pull it in. You might prefer, if you're mobile enough, to bring your elbow all the way over the top and then turn away from it. Some of you, if your glutes are a bit looser, you might feel this more through your back. Turn your head away from the stretch. A really good rotational stretch so you can feel it anywhere down the chain. Good, nice deep breath. Okay, and swap over. So straighten out the other leg, that foot over the top, so it's the opposite hand that pulls it to the opposite shoulder. So if it's your right leg, it's going towards your left shoulder. If it's your left leg, it's going towards your right shoulder. And then you turn away, get that head turned away from it. Bring that stretch in. You might feel it through your glute, you might feel it up through your back in some place. All depends where you're most tight. Good job. All right, and we are going to finish up with my favourite leg stretch, hip flexors, okay, because that links in quite a lot to our posterior chain. So, foot out in front, tuck that tummy in, ease forwards into that hip flexor stretch. Some people find they rather this by actually leaning very slightly forwards, just to prevent that hyperextension of the back. Make sure that it's here that is being stretched, not mobilising the back. So tummy tucked in, bum tucked under. Good, now the knee that's on the ground, reach that hand up and over the top of your head. Nice, and swap feet. So now it's the other one again. Tuck that tummy in, ease forwards into the stretch. This hopefully should do the hip flexor. Some of you that are particularly tight underneath the glute might feel it a little bit in there too. Good, first of all, just in there. Again, you can lean forwards a little bit if you find it helps your positioning. Right, knee that's on the floor, reach that hand up and slightly over the top of your head. And guys, that is you done for today's leg session. Very well done. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.